Hi everybody, my name is Barbara Issa and today I'm going to talk to you about my research that focuses on the role that fat has in tuning your heartbeat. More specifically, how cholesterol is involved in all this. To start off, I'm going to explain you how your heart is built, and then I'm going to try to convince you that cholesterol is indeed beneficial to control the heart contraction, and not only an enemy as many of you might think, right? So first things first, how your heart is made of. Your heart is made of little tiny blocks that we call cells. You can think of a cell as a soap bubble that has an envelope made out of fat. And we're gonna call this fat from now on lipids. So in the case of a heart cell, you have to add to this lipid bubble little tiny springs that allow the cells to contract and to relax. You also have to keep in mind that all those little cells, they are interconnected such that when one contracts, all the other ones will contract simultaneously, such that your whole heart can contract. Going back to the lipid analogy, the cells in real life, they don't have this homogeneous lipid envelope. In fact, the cells have developed many strategies in order to isolate certain events to control where and when certain cellular activities can happen inside of a cell. And one way that the cells did that was to create little islands, little fat islands that are made of lipids and other substances. And cholesterol is very important here because it works as a lipid glue, keeping those little islands together. So I found out that if you take away cholesterol out of this plasma membrane, what happens to the heart cells is that they will beat faster. However, each one of these contractions would be weaker in comparison to a normal cell. I also saw that the springs that are inside of those cells with less cholesterol, they are completely broken, which interferes directly in cellular contraction. So one can think of a consequence of removing cholesterol is that your whole heart would probably stop beating eventually in life, right? And then you might need a transplant. And why am I saying that? Because a lot of patients are being prescribed cholesterol lowering drugs, even without having high levels of cholesterol in their blood. But no one actually knows in the long run what will be the consequences of those individuals taking these drugs and the impact that this might have on the healthcare system. So the takeaway message that I want you to have is that cholesterol is important for regulating how your heart can contract, and cholesterol is not an enemy, right? If it's on the right location and in the right amount, the cholesterol can actually be beneficial and control and regulate how your heart can beat. I hope you enjoyed my talk, and I'm open to questions if you might have them. Bye!